between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Hilltoppers will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They are going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people. And they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. The sure hands, it's Riley. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense set for a first down play. Handoff for Frazier. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
This third down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got enough for the first. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. To the ground, he's got it again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass that could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Finds his man in the middle. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's a give to Frazier. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that
On
one.
3rd down, here's Frazier. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense ready to start this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give to Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. Gets away from one. Finds some space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Oh, what a cut! And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hauls in the deep ball. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away.
There's a crease. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. In the red area, it's Allen. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Dogs. Took it all the way back to the house. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Now sliding to his left. Got his man. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Across the 45. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but They're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Across the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Hilltoppers in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 16, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes with the lead right now in the first half. This has been a good one, a battle of 1-0 teams. Let's check in now on some of the other action today as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing. Now back to your game at Sanford Stadium in Athens. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays they're...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Frazier. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Escapes the sack. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Going to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only... So here comes the Hilltoppers offense ready to start this drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's loose. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Lost one deep down the right side. And that is interception number 3.
Here we go. Ready. Wide eight.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll take the deep shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He steps out of bounds. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it.